Happy Wednesday. Today's January 12th, and we are so happy to be here with all of you. You can see my right hand. Well, what are you sitting on right now? You're on my left hand, Michelle.
Yes, I'm on your left today.
Yes. And Michelle is here with me today. She is a remarkable agent that's been with me for quite a while. And nevertheless, it was just me and her in the office today. Let me tell you why. So Edgar, I was like, Edgar, you cannot come to the office today because we have to finish this staging a home so that we could get it on the market ASAP. So we had to send him off to do that because then he would be here not doing it. Alyssa, by the way, is like super sick, and you know everybody's been sick with what's going on over here down in El Paso. So if you're from out of town, look at the statistics on the COVID, and everybody's just like COVID, or Omicron or Sakalan or whatever the heck of these variants that came down, and like they're eating us alive here in El Paso. So I just finished a cold too, and it's still lingering. Edgar is getting better, but Gerard over here, is sick as well. So that's crazy, huh? But the great thing is that we're not going to leave our office empty, or clients hanging, or our viewers out there that love to hang in with us and get the 411. So a lot of good things happen today with me and Michelle in here. I stopped playing around on TikTok, so now I'm like, I better get to business, right? But again, Michelle wrote up a very beautiful Hakes today for one of her clients. So congratulations to you, Michelle. You're rocking it. You're killing it. And I'm so proud of you. So today, guys, if you read the headlines, and excuse me if I'm breathing like a little heifer, but I am. This cold really got me. So we are drinking some hot tea. And thank you, Martha Maldonado. She is our home warranty girl here in El Paso. She provided us these mugs, so we just want to give a shout out to you that your
Thank you, Martha. We love
you. Your stuff is just amazing, and we love to share it with everybody on here. So again, I want to talk a little bit about the real estate market, and a lot of speculation is going on, Michelle, and you can intervene at any moment of time with the experience that you've been having. Or that we've been having as a team, as far as, what's going to happen in the real estate market this year. Pre-COVID, we had such a strong market. There was a lot more activity of us being able to be quick and be fast on putting, home buyers and that were wanting to purchase a home into a home. Right? COVID really, 2021 took a toll on the whole community, not only the El Paso community, but nationwide. If you agree with that, nationwide. I really want you to know something too, is that while all the COVID was happening and the market was on fire in a lot of places, meaning, right, we turned into a seller's market. Sellers markets sellers were getting the most money that they have ever seen in their home in a matter of months. So they are literally, and you are still, if you are a homeowner, able to have an immense quality of equity in your home that you may just don't even know. Equity. So home equity is the biggest cushion that any homeowner can sit. Even clients that I sold a year ago to is walking out with $15,000, $20,000, $30,000. So I want to circle back, and I don't know if you want to intervene at any point, Michelle, because just like Edgar says, I will take the mic. I jump into the 411 and this information that's going to really, really emphasize on 2022. If you're an agent, if you're a homeowner, or if you're just a buyer, meaning you're interested in purchasing a home, you may want to stay tuned into this video, because I'm just going to break down a little bit of stuff that I like to study as far as your real estate trusted advisor, right? And me doing so to provide you with the most information is me to study behind the scenes. So I do observe a lot. I follow forecasters, expert advisors, and I'm just going to break down what they think is going to, not even think, they forecast on what's going to happen in our 2022. So just, I want to involve Michelle just a little bit in here is what have you been seeing while showing out there, because you're mostly out there showing these buyers and these homeowners that want to be, they want to be homeowners. They're qualified with the bank. What is it that you're seeing out there or us seeing together as a team or even with your colleagues?
Well, like for instance, today, you know, I was able to, like you said, I was able to put this buyer into this home. That's a Higgs brother, but it's a new build. But for resale, I mean, we've been having such a hard time putting them into the resales.
Correct.
I mean, there's just so many multiple offers. So we, like you mentioned to us, let's just think outside the box and go for a new build. I mean, we have to. We did get lucky, she waited the 8 months, but we got lucky that one came back in the market.
Yes.
And she is going to close in 45 days.
Wonderful.
But one of the things that we were talking about was, the prices of these homes, even the new builds are going up every month.
Exactly.
Every single month. And I asked you, how are these buyers going to qualify? Like I have a buyer that say the max is 200,000. Like how are they going to qualify for anything anymore? With not only the house is going up, but the food, and you said gas, everything going up. How are they going to qualify?
So inflation, at this moment of time, we don't even know if COVID is going to be our next indicator of rising rates, right? Because of the COVID. Everything was COVID. This is the reason why we're in this situation today, right? And the feds came down and they brought it to a zero and so forth. So I really feel that we should be a little bit more worried about the inflation part of what's really happening in the market and around the world. So you're driving around, and since I was younger, I always knew when prices were going to increase because of the gas prices. I don't know, hand in hand. I'm like, wow, the gas prices are severely going up. And here in El Paso, paying over $3 a gallon is a lot for a lot of us. Yeah. Our average sales price in El Paso is $220,000. So our minimum wage at this time, and I have to really confirm with the workforce on if they did. So if you guys can comment on here if they increased minimum wage, I think we were at $7.50. So wow. When COVID happened, these first-time home buyers only had enough for their down payment. And usually before pre-COVID, these homeowners were able to get the closing costs paid, their home warranty paid, and with a breeze. But now it has created a trickle down effect. And it's unfortunate that our first-time home buyers are still in the bottom. But I know that we were able to, increase the limit on Fannie Mae. So that will alleviate the buyers able to, you increase the limit, well, basically they're going to be able to qualify. Okay. Right. So we'll get with our lender who's going to be with us on Friday. So that's a very important question, is how are they going to even afford a house with inflation and prices increasing? And I really feel that's the reason why they increased the limit, Michelle. Okay. So hang on there to our first-time home buyers. Hang in there to our VA buyers, because I feel they have gotten the shoulder in a lot of deals as well, just because, we made it the norm like that. We made it the norm not to accept FHA or VA, and some of us have got them accepted, and it's been workable, but it is still a seller's market. One of the questions that I put in the description below is on sellers, right? Have home prices peaked? And, a lot of these experts have said it is not peaked. It peaked or plateaued? Meaning, all the increase the home prices that increased, and by the way, we increased by 18%. That's crazy.
Wow,
Meaning every homeowner in the world or nationwide increased by 53% in equity. So every homeowner in that owns a home is literally sitting on a huge cushion of money.
Wow.
We got to get your payoff, and we got to know what you owe the mortgage, if you have any liens, but you are sitting on money.
Yeah.
So that's the great advantage of owning real estate, because you are sitting on that great equity.
Mm-hmm.
The problem that we're having here, Happy New Year to you, Sylvia from Montreal. Always supporting, and I love that about you. Open mind. You always have an open mind. You're just amazing, and I wish I could meet you in person. Maybe we should go to Montreal.
Yeah, let's go.
To visit you. So, anyways, there was a huge increase in home equity, right? So, what's going to happen in 2022? And we're noticing it here in El Paso, and it's been through other colleagues that I've spoke to in other states. Is the issue that we're having is the low inventory.
Yeah.
Low inventory. We don't have any freaking inventory. Well, we do, right? But it goes. And when it goes with multiple offers. And with multiple offers, it comes with stress. And the stress on the realtor, for God's sakes, guys, we want to get you into a home as much as you want to get into the home.
Yes.
Right? So it's not that we're just putting sucky offers out there and we're getting declined. It's because we're facing that multiple offer situation, and it's not your realtor unless it is your realtor if they're allowing you to bid under price and asking closing costs. And no. That doesn't exist right now. If you really want the house, you're going to go 10, 15, 20K over. You're going to be paying some of the seller's fees and maybe a 3-week close, a guarantee that if it doesn't appraise, things like that. But you still got to be super aggressive in this market. And that's what's causing the frustration between buyers and agents. So, we're basically in El Paso, I think we're down to like 1.4 months of inventory. That's hard. That is hard for us. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. And so I think buyers, they're still in the fence to want to buy. You guys are still there, and it's still a very good time to buy. Rates, they're going to increase, but not drastically. The feds are going to increase, but they're not going to increase significantly where we're not able to purchase the home at all with home price increases. Okay. So I hope that makes the buyers feel better that, yes, it's a great market for you. Asking is starting price in over 50% of listings in the whole city. Exactly. And, here in El Paso, we're like, we'll pay 15, 20,000. And I hear in other states, people are paying 50, 60 over. But at the same time, it's just sucky in all areas, because then, us as agents have to educate you. Are you wanting to pay for an overpriced home, basically? If you're not able to get it at 150, if the home is worth 150, but you're bidding 170, we as educators should say, are you wanting to pay for a $170,000 home? You're going to be paying 20K over asking price, and you're going to sit with an overpriced home. So we got to be mindful of everything, right? And how everything. Do you want to add anything to that?
No, just
yeah.
You said
I get into my lecture.
Yeah, no. But I want to know where these sellers are. I know that there's sellers out there. I know that there is sellers out there. That's where I want.
There are sellers out there, and I really feel that the education that we are providing maybe to these sellers isn't as adequate as we should be. And this is the reason for my podcast today, is sellers don't know what type of money they literally have inside of their home. So I always say this, your home is like your piggy bank. Your home is like your piggy bank. So every month that you're making that payment, right? Of course, you pay a little portion towards the interest, but towards the principal, you're actually putting your money in your home, right? So you're like eating dinner, you're watching TV, you just like imagine money falling like oh, it's so happy every month, right? But it is your money. So that money, when you cash out in a seller's market today, you're literally leaving with such a nice huge chunk of that money that maybe you can pay things, home equity, right? It's called home equity. It's you could pay things that maybe you've been wanting to pay for a long time. It could be debt. It could be because maybe you're a homeowner and you have this remarkable, gorgeous home that's just maybe too big for you. It's you and your wife, or it's just you, your kids left to become empty nesters, and you want to sell to get something smaller. Then you can do that. Right? Exactly. Sell my house. Or COVID. What happened in COVID where all of us we had to be in our houses.
Yeah.
We literally, really got to know our home. We got to know how small it is or how big it is or whatever the case is. We really got to know our kids. We really got to know our husbands or wives. COVID just taught us so much, right? And maybe you need bigger space now. Maybe, your company shut down and now you're virtual, right? So those are things that maybe you want to upsize in, and you can use that equity to use as your down payment. So there is a lot of, skepticism on, well, what happens if I sell my house? Where am I going to go? You just told me the inventory is low. What's going to happen? I'm going to be out of a house. I'm going to tell you the reality. Yeah, you may for a little bit, right? But with the money that you have, we can stronger the terms in the contract or we wait. But I will tell you this, I really feel like the market isn't going to slow down. There's still buyers that are going to buy. The only thing is the lack of inventory that we're all suffering from. You want to add to that?
No. It's the lack of inventory. I wish, gosh, because we have in the office, I think between all of us, like for sure, 20 buyers or more.
Yes.
That we've been working with.
And it's very hard because the worst thing that you want to tell your buyer is we didn't win, and it's not because of our expertise or we're not being strong enough. But if you're going over asking price, that's one indicator that your offer is strong already, right? So one piece of advice that I have for you is please be super patient with your real estate agents, because I promise you this, they are trying their absolute hardest. They are trying their absolute hardest. If you know in your heart that you're taking the expert advice of your realtor that they are giving you that they're writing up a strong offer, please believe it. And I've seen a lot of this recently. I'd like to use you because my last realtor can't win me an offer. And I'm like, what? Like, that's not good enough, because that has happened to me. That happened to Michelle. She was lucky to get them into a new build.
Yeah.
Okay. That's happened to Alyssa. So, and to Edgar, and it hasn't been fun. So please be patient with your real estate agents. I promise you this, they are doing their absolute best. It's just because we're low in inventory, meaning it's super frustrating. I know, I get it, but the right one will come, but please be patient with your real estate agent. Number 2 is the sellers that I was talking about. Equity allows you to do so many things in life. So if you feel like, gosh, I'm stuck in a moment, or you're ending a forbearance and so forth, and you need to cash out, it's okay to do that. Okay. Rents. Let's talk a little bit about rents, because if you're looking to sell and cash out, and then you're looking for a house to rent, well, in every major city right now, it's cheaper to buy a home than to rent.
Yeah.
The rents are ridiculous right now.
You are basically paying their mortgage plus, I would say, another $300-400, maybe $400 more of what your mortgage would be.
Exactly. It's cheaper. It's
Mhm.
cheaper for you to own a home and pay a mortgage
Yeah.
than to pay somebody else's piggy bank.
Yeah.
So if you are and your lease is coming up, or you don't know whether to rent all over again or want to rent, give it a shot. Get with a lender who's going to run your credit, tell you exactly where you need to be and what the plan is. And I've always emphasized this to you, is that I'm not looking for a 30-45 day close. That's done and over with. When I started real estate, we could have sworn that's what it was about, right?
Mm-hmm.
What we're trying to do is set a plan. So no matter how much you think your credit looks like poop, who cares?
Yeah.
As long as you have income, we can sit down and run it through the lender and let them tell you what we need to do. And I have lenders that do that. They just don't throw you to the lions. So if you are renting because you know that your credit isn't as good as what you think it is, and you may be wrong. Yeah, you may be wrong.
Yeah.
Some people think their credit's not good, but when we run it, I'm like, what? Hey, we could do this. Some banks will take 580 credit score,
Yes.
So think outside the box. And think about how much you're putting into somebody else's pocket. It can be yours or your family. Yeah. Okay, great. So good on that. So guys, building wealth through through your mortgage or your home is what it's all about. Okay, not renting. Renting is just, it's good for us. I rent houses, right? Some of my house is out, and I would rather you have your own home.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to add on that anything?
No, just, like I mentioned, the rents are high and you're paying their mortgage and plus another $300-$400 more, which you could be using those $400 to buy another car, buy a nice car, or, fix up how you want to fix up your house, and knowing that the things that you add value to your house later on, if you decide to sell it, it's going to pay off, and not, because I've known some renters that, I fixed all this stuff on the house and the landlord said they were going to give me the money back, and no, they don't.
It's not going to happen.
No.
And as a matter of fact, if you have a low rent right now, they're waiting for your lease to be over because they want you out. And they want to double their pay or whatever their increase is, because they're going to sell it. And if you're paying $1,200, they're going to probably rent it for $1,500, $1,600. And that's just the way the new market is now. Mm-hmm. So prices have not plateaued when it comes to home increases. They're actually predicting, and these are from forecasters like your Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, your National Association of Realtors, all those forecasters that monitor this and see our statistics, and all our markets in different nations are predicting this. Yeah. And they are saying that we're not going to have a huge 18% increase, but we're looking to have maybe a 5 to 6% increase. It's not going to be all fast, but it is going to go up quite a bit. So home prices are still going to go up a little bit. Yeah, which is good on the seller side, right?
Yeah.
But long story short, I think I've covered as much as I can. Is there any questions out there? Please ask. And again, I could reference to you on where I get my information. And it's just super amazing to know that, it's still going to be a fabulous year for 2022 when it comes to either buying or selling. But the main factor in the middle is the low inventory. Mm-hmm. Everybody's struggling. Sylvie, and this is Sylvie from Montreal. She just made a comment exactly why there is no listings. Jackie, owners want 15 to 25% annual increase. This is scary, and it sometimes just scares me because of the inflation. Yeah. I mean, there's inflation everywhere. That's the freaking real problem right now. Second to COVID, or first before COVID is the inflation part. Where are we going for it? So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that. I wanted to talk to you about what your home is worth. So if you need a free market analysis to say, Jackie, I'm going to kick you down my address. This is what I own a mortgage, or this is what I have, or I'm paid off. What can I sell my home for? Or we just tell you what it's worth. And please don't go by Zillow. I mean, that's enough of that. Those are Zestimates, guys. Zillow, Realtor.com are one. Okay, and some people get, offended. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I'm not Zillow, and I'm not giving you an estimate. I'm giving you my true comparative market analysis from our multiple listing service. So we're going to give you the most accurate comparables that have sold in the past 6 months or a year. COVID market, not pre. Zestimate is just going to blow your numbers out of the water. They're wrong. And I don't care to say it. They're wrong, and don't go by them. And that's how I feel about Zillow. You need to get with a true expert advisor to say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, this is what sold on your street. This is what sold in your subdivision, and this is what your home is worth. Se acabó. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So hopefully me and Michelle gave you some insight. What else do I have on here? Just that. I wrote a lot on here that low inventory is causing this.
And me, I just want to make a little comment to the buyers out there. Just be patient. Like we mentioned right now, we were able to get this young lady into a new build, came back on the market. She's going to close in 45 days. Wow, that's unheard of right now, right?
That's super right? Unheard of right now.
But I mean, every day we do execute contracts. So we do, but it's just being a little patient. I know it might, back then it was like, oh, in a month or two, you were already in a house. It's maybe taking a little bit longer to get you into the house, but we will get you into your house.
I believe that. Thank you so much for that, Michelle, and reassuring the buyers is to hang in there and just be patient with the market, because it's affected all of us. And, unfortunately, we're all in this together, but it's always good to have a good, trusted advisor right behind you who knows what they're doing.
Yes.
So that's what I have for you guys. And if you'd like to add anything else, feel free of any topics you guys like to talk about. Until then, we wish you guys a very successful end of month. We're already mid-January. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. So we're going into mid-January. So let's see where you guys are at. Keep on rocking. Keep on and keep on, how can I say, building relationships and educating our communities, because they do need it. Until then, guys, we will talk to you soon. Happy Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye, guys.